Hi guys, so for today's video I did this Mauve soft cut crease. Right now I have a matching Mauve lip, but I did show you a second lip option in case you're not comfortable with that. I used the Lorac Mega Pro 3 for this look and I'm so obsessed with this palette and the look that I got from using it. And so on to priming, I'm using a small amount of the Too Faced Primed and Poreless just on the bigger pore areas on my cheeks. And then I'm mixing in the Becca Aqua Luminous and the Too Faced Born This Way. I dotted that all around my face and then I'm using a damp beauty blender to blend it out. This combo is a very light medium. The Becca definitely shears that out, so I mixed them together to get a tanner shade, but I think I went a little too dark, which I'll try to fix later. Also guys, sorry for how far away it is zoomed out. I hope that it doesn't make it as hard to focus as I think it does. Mistakes were definitely made during this video, but mistakes will happen when you're doing your own makeup, so I do try to bounce back from them, so maybe that will help you guys out. Right now I'm going in with the second layer of the Too Faced to add more coverage and lighten the color. For concealer, I was actually requested to use the LA Girl Pro Concealer, so that's what I do. This is the yellow concealer. I'm using this because the other shade that I'm going to add is a little too pink, and also the yellow is just very brightening. I love the applicator on these. The little brush tip makes it so easy, and then instead of dipping in to get more concealer, you can just squeeze it. Now I'm adding in light ivory on top of that yellow. Like I said, this is a little bit too pink for mine, but I find it really hard to find the perfect shade with these because you are shopping online. Makes it a little bit more difficult. If you can buy these in person, good for you. I'm blending these out with a beauty blender again. These are super creamy, which means for me that they do crease, but not too badly. Honestly, almost everything creases on these under eyes, but these are super full coverage and really easy to blend out. I'm taking Warm Honey to contour, drawing that right in between my cheekbones and on my temples, forehead, and under the chin area. And then for the nose, I'm contouring the bottom in a V shape to make it appear shorter, and then down the sides to make it appear thinner. I'm blending out the nose contour first, and then blending out the rest of the contour, which really just involves patting it up. You don't want to pat it in like a downward motion because it'll just look a little muddy. I do want to apologize to the girl that requested that I use these. I have the color correcting shades, but I really don't do that very often, so I wasn't comfortable doing it in a video, but there's plenty of really good videos out there. I'll find one that I really like and I'll link it below for you. I'm taking light ivory onto the tip of my nose, and then I'm using the RCMA no color powder to set that, especially on the under eyes, to stop that concealer from creasing. And I set the forehead because that's where I tend to get oily. And then on the chin, because my foundation will spread away, I've been really liking to bake underneath of my contour. Alright, here's mistake number like 17 already. I'm using the middle shade in the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, but I didn't set the rest of my face first, so this is really grabbing onto the foundation and looks way darker than it ever should. But I promise I'm going to fix that later in the video. But for now, I'm continuing that super harsh contour bronzer look. Right now I'm taking the lighter shade from that same palette on my E50 and I'm patting that on to my under eyes. This just adds more brightness and takes away any of that white tinted setting powder. And I'm also using a little bit of that light powder on my brush to brush the bake away and adding some brightness to the forehead, really just to blend that bronzer a little better. For blush, I'm using my Ombre NYX blush in Mauve Me. I cannot stop with this blush, I'm so sorry. I'm using my E3, the blush went on dark as well, so I'm going to go in afterwards with my E2 with a little bit of face powder on it, and I'm buffing everything in a little better. Using this LA Girl Pro setting spray to set everything in place, and I did my eyebrows off camera, and I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer again to carve out the brows, and then using it on my eyelids as primer. I'm taking a crown brush and I'm using it to pull some of that concealer down so that when I blend with my sponge it doesn't go right into my brows. And then I do blend it out with my beauty blender. And here's my new baby, the Lorac Mega Pro 3. There are 16 mattes and 16 shimmers. I'm obsessed with every single one of them. I'm going to start off by using Crepe to set the concealer on my lids. And then I'm using Dusty Mauve in the crease and using a fluffy brush to really blend that out. These blend really easily, but I don't want anyone coming for me in the comments that it's not blended enough. And when you have this many transition shades and this many blending shades, you might as well use them, you know? I'm using violet gray now, and I'm going back into the crease, and I'm also extending down to the lower lash line. Taking Eggplant next, which is my favorite from the palette, and I'm putting this again directly into the crease and above. I put more of that dusty mauve onto my brush to blend out Eggplant. And I'm taking Crepe back onto the brow bone, cleaning that up a little bit more, and I continued blending. Now I'm using that LA Girl Pro Concealer again to cut the crease, and I started out using it directly on the eyelid, but then I'm switching to using a crown concealer brush. And I'm extending that out in sort of a wing shape, and then I'm mixing dusty mauve with a little bit of Crepe, and I'm putting that all over the lid, deepening that crease a little bit more with Eggplant on a pointed crease brush, and then blending that out some more. And then I'm putting Eggplant on the bottom lash line and blending that in with dusty mauve. For eyeliner, I start out by using the LA Girl Fineline. I was so scared to mess up the eyeliner, my god. I ended up switching to the Too Faced sketch marker because I'm a lot more comfortable with it, and I'm really trying to draw the wing with this in the same direction that I pointed the concealer, and I'm also trying to put it on my lids without making it too thick. And I'm just meeting the inner corner to the wing, curling my baby lashes and adding Great Lash Maybelline mascara. For falsies, I'm using the Ombre style from Coco Lashes. I set the band down in the middle and then adjust the ends, and then take that eyeliner back over the lash band to blend it in more. I'm adding more eyeshadow to the lower lash line, and then using first the Blink Mascara Amplified, and I took that through the bottom of my top lashes, and then I'm taking the Benefit They're Real mascara on the bottom lashes to layer. And I did my other eye off camera. I'm back with both eyes done. For my first lip option, I'm taking Sao Paulo from Ofra Cosmetics. This is a light nude. I think it looks very simple and pretty with this. For my favorite lip option, I'm using Manhattan, also from Ofra Cosmetics. This is a dark mauve, almost a berry color, and it really complements the look. And that's it, guys. Stay tuned for many more Lorac 3 looks.